off injured reserve. That deadline would be 4 days before the Jets' Christmas Eve game against the Commanders, which Rodgers previously said was his target date for a return. Elsewhere, Colts All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor will miss multiple games due to a thumb injury, but the team says they will not put Taylor on injured reserve, a sign they believe he'll be back within 4 weeks. While Bill Belichick wouldn't reveal who the Patriots' starting quarterback is this week, Mac Jones was not seen throwing at practice Wednesday, with Bailey Zappi and Malik Cunningham getting all the quarterback reps. Baker Mayfield practiced in full Wednesday despite an ankle injury and is expected to start Sunday against Carolina. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. It's Thursday, 30th day of November 2023, final day of the month, Gene.
Yes, sirree.
Whoa, November just kind of flew by, even with an early Thanksgiving, huh?
Yeah, there it went. Just went by us.
Whoosh. Oh, well. Anyway, and we'll kick off the holiday season tonight with a tree lighting ceremony in Calexico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds.
And tomorrow night you will be at NAFL Centro, right?
I will be.
Okay, and you're going to stand there in the middle of the plaza and let them decorate you with lights and ornaments?
Yeah, with some festivities.
Okay.
You know. So looking forward to that. Always the official way to get the Christmas season going. So,
yep, a parade of lights.
I'm looking forward to those hats that the captain and they wear to kick off the season.
The ones with the reindeer antlers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're smoking a little bit, but...
Okay. Well, yesterday you missed Louise.
Luigi or Louise?
Louise.
The poodle?
The poodle. Louise was here to visit yesterday afternoon. Mm-hmm. And, she met Gabe, and I think Gabe may have been the first person she ever tried to bite. But
really?
But that's just Gabe.
Yes.
Louise was here yesterday afternoon, and Louise is a 18-month-old standard poodle, and she is in training to be a guide dog, a seeing eye dog. Mm-hmm. And Pam and I have been babysitting her for the last 2 weeks. She goes back to her puppy raiser on Saturday.
So it's on Saturday is the magical date.
She goes back to the puppy raiser, and then it's not going to be too much longer. She'll be at Guide Dogs of the Desert in Palm Springs getting the real training to be a seeing eye dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final touches, and then she'll be appointed a position.
She will be, and assigned a person, her human.
Her human, yeah.
Okay. How about some birthdays today?
Birthdays.
Director Ridley Scott is 86. Bass player Roger Glover of Deep Purple, 78. Singer, actor Mandy Patinkin is 71. Billy Idol, 68. Comedian Colin Mottry is 66. Actor, director Ben Stiller, 58. Singer Clay Aiken, 45. Actor Elisha Cuthbert, 41. Actor Kaylee Kawako is 38. Model Chrissy Teigen is 38. Actor Christelle Khalil 36. Actor Rebecca Rittenhouse, 35. Actor Adelaide Clemens, 34. Actor Tyler Harris, 23. You ready for some local birthdays?
Yes, sirree.
Coming up.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, traffic, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy birthday, Eliana Ramos, Albert Leal, Robert Silva, Maria Elenis, Janet Raven, Chase Schaffner, Jose Angel Ruiz, Giselle Iniquez, Austin Keating, Lupita Rivera, Yesenia Campos, Brian Alvarez, Cristela Castro, Leo Garcia, Andy J. Rivera II, Brian Schultz, Claudia Medina, John Darr, Kaylin Benavides, Logan Valenzuela, Marie Gonzalez, Clifford Molina, and Andre Palacios. Happy birthday from KXO.
Was that as long a list as I thought it was?
Well, it's a moderate list.
Moderate, okay.
Yeah, we've had some that are much longer and some that are even shorter. So, anyway, we're happy to mention your birthday when it comes around, right?
Yes, absolutely.
No charge.
No charge. However, if you want to donate to the cause,
sure.
We accept brown paper bags.
Well, brown paper bags of cash or cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. No, I wouldn't try to eat those cupcakes, though, with that look like money.
Well, yeah, okay. Anyway.
You might get sick.
You could. Let's see. What is going on in the world? Well, Monday was Cyber Monday. It's over. And no, I didn't spend anything on the internet on Monday. Yeah, I'm not a big internet. I prefer to buy something local. And, we needed to replace a kitchen faucet. And I could have gone online and ordered something, but I prefer to went into Lowe's and met manager Chris, and just by chance, and I got to see a whole big selection of faucets, feel them, touch them, look at them, and make my selection that way.
Now, they got a little upset, though, when you kicked the washing machines and that kind of thing.
Well,
right?
Aren't you supposed to do that? Like you kick the tires?
I think you got that confused with kick the tire.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, that's, I'm old school. I prefer to shop in person and, talk to real people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got news. Are you ready?
We certainly do. We've got news coming up.
It's a look at World and California news to begin with, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News special report. Israeli military officials say 2 women hostages have just been released from captivity in the Gaza Strip. The IDF says they're being taken to an Israeli military base right now. They're part of a larger group of Israelis expected to be released. Part of the latest extension of a ceasefire with Hamas. And as negotiators work to expand the truce past this 7th day, CBS's Robert Berger says it could be trickier.
The feeling is that there may be one more day left to add to the ceasefire, which under the formula of 10 hostages in exchange for 30 Palestinian prisoners. But Hamas seems to be running low on women and children, which are the parameters of the current deal. So there's concern that the war may start up again in a few days.
Outside Jerusalem, Israel says 2 gunmen shot and killed 3 people at a bus stop today before they themselves were killed. Hamas claims them as members. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news, a homicide that stunned the city of Los Angeles, still without a suspect in custody. Activists calling for those with information about the shooting death of a man at Fixin's Restaurant at LA Live to share what they know.
Anytime someone feels they can walk in a restaurant, a family restaurant, and murder someone, that's outrageous. But we're here to say no, it's not normal, it's not accepted, and black people are speaking out against it.
Activist Najee Ali, police saying the shooting was a targeted attack. The restaurant owned by former NBA star Kevin Johnson. Governor Gavin Newsom squaring off against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis tonight in Georgia in what's being called the Great Red versus Blue State debate.
In many ways, I think we're going to have a chance to see Ron DeSantis's real debating skills in a way that we don't get when he's up on the stage with Nikki Haley and the others.
Sean Form of Barry University says interest in the event has slipped since DeSantis's poll numbers have gone down. Gas prices in the state averaging $4.84 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, now's the time to call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
This is Mary Stoddard. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, Kxo recall qualifies for the ballot. Here's more on that story.
Enough signatures have been verified to place a recall vote of 2 Kxo City Council members on the March ballot. Imperial County Registrar of Voters Lindsay Dale announced that the verification of signatures on the petitions has been completed, and there's enough to qualify for the ballot. The recall mounted against City Council members Gilberto Manzanares and Raul Ureña. According to Dale, the threshold set at over 4,100 signatures based on the 20,900 registered voters in Kxo. For the recall of Manzanares, 4,242 qualified signatures were verified. For Ureña, 4,288 qualified signatures. Kxo voters will see the issue on the March 5th, 2024 presidential primary election ballot.
Local news, the Imperial Irrigation District will meet Friday afternoon. The special meeting will convene at 1:30 p.m. in the IID Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. There are 3 items on the agenda. Adoption of a resolution, approve the 2023 System Conservation Implementation Agreement and related agreements. Adoption of a resolution in support of implementing additional 2024 through 2026 voluntary compensated conservation programs. Approval, I should say, of Imperial County Farm Bureau's Imperial Valley Irrigated Lands Coalition supplemental funding request. The meeting is open to the public. KXO News Time, 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Earl Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at lcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Christmas will come to Imperial Valley this week. Thursday evening, you'll see the Christmas tree lighting ceremony at Calexico City Hall. The festivities start at 5:30 p.m. Friday, we'll be busy with the NAF El Centro Parade of Lights on the Naval Base. Public is invited. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the parade starts at 7. Also, Friday, the City of El Centro tree lighting. This year, the tree lighting and street fair will take place at Fire Station number 3 on Waterman Avenue across from Walmart. The fun begins at 5 p.m. On Saturday, the Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce will host the annual Christmas parade, the Gingerbread Village. The parade will form a 12th and Main Street and travel east on Main to 8th Street and then south to Buckland Park. A festival or fiesta will follow the parade at Buckland Park. The Imperial Valley Desert Museum will host a traditional craft day Saturday at the Ocotillo Museum. The free event will run from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Saturday is also a day for a performance by the Southwest High School Orchestra. The Traditions of Christmas concert will begin at 5:30 p.m. with a reception and performance at 7. The annual holiday tour at the Pioneers Museum will be held from 6 till 8 p.m. Saturday. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. At El Central Motors at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. It's the Peanut Patch. We're going to make your holiday shopping so easy. Just visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, Donna and Pat are celebrating their 26th anniversary at the Peanut Patch. And you're going to love what you see. You see, they've been taking care of people for so many years because they do it right. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them anywhere in the world to your friends and loved ones. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time, closed on Sundays. Visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. Pecan turtles. How about yogurt-covered peanuts? I mean, they make them right there, and you're going to love how fresh they are, how tasty they are, and when you give them as gifts, people are going to love what you give them. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. How do you get there? Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. It's easy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. You're going to love the Peanut Patch. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. daily.
Continuing with page 2 of local news, a new study that there's more than they thought. Here's the story.
A new study says there is even more lithium in the Salton Sea than previously thought. The study by researchers at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory says up to 18 million metric tons of lithium that can be extracted from the Salton Sea area of Imperial County. That would be enough to support over 375 million batteries for electric vehicles. Prior to the new study, experts believe that Lithium Valley could provide enough lithium to meet America's future demand and a significant portion of the world demand for the essential material. Lithium, essential in the production of batteries for electric vehicles, as well as batteries used in everyday items. The lithium is extracted from the geothermal brines used to generate electricity at various facilities at the south end of the Salton Sea. According to experts, the process is more environmentally friendly in extracting lithium. Among the companies working on the development of the resource are Berkshire Hathaway Energy. They own 10 of the 11 existing geothermal power plants at the Salton Sea. Energy Source has a contract with Ford Motor Company to sell lithium, and Controlled Thermal Resources has a more than $100 million investment from Stellantis, the makers of Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep vehicles.
In other local news, American Legion Post 569 will be sending care packages to the troops. 2 Imperial Valley soldiers will be receiving boxes of goodies to share for the holidays. Each of the 2 soldiers, one stationed in Korea and the other in Poland, will receive the 65 boxes decorated by 5th grade students at T.L. Wagner School in Imperial. The boxes will contain items like gum, cocoa, also protein bars, decks of cards, socks, beef jerky, and other essential items. The boxes will be assembled Sunday at the American Legion Post on Broadway in El Centro. And Asleep at the Wheel. That's the name of what used to be a country band, but we're talking something different. A man was arrested after falling asleep at the wheel of his car. At about 1:15 a.m. Wednesday, El Centro police found a car facing south on Imperial Avenue at Adams Avenue, and the driver apparently asleep. The 24-year-old driver was passed out and was ultimately determined that he was under the influence of THC. He was booked at Imperial County Jail on charges of driving under the influence. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says an unsettled weather pattern will persist across the region over the next couple of days, allowing another weather disturbance to move through later today into early Friday. Much cooler temperatures will also be seen over the area starting today, with readings failing to reach normals through at least Saturday. Starting Sunday and through at least the first half of next week, high pressure will build over the region, leading to a strong warming trend and above normal temperatures by next Tuesday. 72 the high in the valley yesterday, 52 our overnight low. Today mostly sunny with a high near 71. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear, a low around 50. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds become south-southeast after midnight. Sunny on Friday with a high near 69. West-northwest wind about 10 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 69. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 70. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. 61 degrees, 59% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Local news, page 2 in the weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. Let's jump into sports. Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Thursday night football, NFL style, the Seahawks and the Cowboys tonight, 4:30 p.m., right here on AM 1230 KXO. Meanwhile, New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers moved a step closer to an improbable early comeback. as he returned to practice yesterday. And the Cleveland Browns have elevated veteran Joe Flacco as their number 2 quarterback, behind injured starter Dorian Thompson-Robinson, potentially putting Flacco in line to start Sunday against the Rams.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
NBA basketball, the Lakers beat up on the Pistons 133-107. Raptors rolled over the Suns 112-105. Grizzlies beat the Jazz 105-91. Clippers clobbered the Kings 131-117. Magic whipped the Wizards 139-120. Pelicans pounded the 76ers 124-114. And the Nuggets, they beat the Rockets 134-124. And in baseball, right-hander Nick Martinez and the Cincinnati Reds have agreed on a 2-year, $26 million contract. Meanwhile, right-hander Luis Severino and the New York Mets have agreed on a 1-year, $13 million contract. Don't forget Thursday night football. Tonight, it's Thursday. So we'll bring you the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Our coverage starts at 4:30 on AM 1230 KXO. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Timing is everything, and this marks the beginning of the most wonderful time of the year when families come together. Traditions come alive, and so does the Black Friday Sell-a-thon at your San Diego County Ford dealers, where the best deals on the entire Ford lineup of trucks and SUVs continue all weekend long, like the built Ford Tough F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years and counting, the adventure-ready Ford Bronco Sport, with GOAT modes to help you conquer the great outdoors, or the electrifying Ford Mustang Mach-E, with 0 to 60 thrills and 0 emissions. It all starts at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Kick off the holiday season with exclusive offers on your favorite Ford vehicles. And now's the best time to find the perfect Ford for you. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon is on at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Don't wait. This is your time. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon ends November 27th, based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. The Commerce Department delivered an early present to the Federal Reserve. The central bank's favorite inflation gauge fell to its lowest level since spring 2021, and consumers lifted their foot off the gas pedal. The core personal consumption expenditures price index, which excludes volatile gas and food prices and is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, rose 0.2% last month, 3.5% for the year ended in October. That's right in line with the economist expectations. Well, Meta took down thousands of Facebook accounts based in China that were impersonating Americans while posting on partisan issues like abortion and health care. The tech giant said that they're warning the foreign threat actors are attempting to reach audiences online ahead of the 2024 U.S. election. The fake Facebook accounts were mimicking, word for word, social media posts from Republicans, such as presidential candidate and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and Democrats, such as former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Meta did not attribute the network of Facebook accounts to a particular entity in China. Well, financial news was good, at least for the Dow. Right now, the Dow up 307, make it 308 points at 35,738. The S&P 500 is neutral at 45.49. The NASDAQ is off 82 at 14,176. Gold down $9.30 an ounce. Oil down 23 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 71. Southwest wind 10 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 50. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds become south-southeast after midnight. Sunny on Friday with a high near 69. West-northwest wind about 10 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Saturday will be sunny with a high near 69. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. 62 degrees downtown, 59% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And we have a report of an accident at Highway 111 and Howell Road, a vehicle and a train. Initial information is minor injuries. Again, that's a vehicle versus a train at Howell Road and Highway 111 in the Nyland area. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Just ahead, CBS News.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
Presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. Israel's military says 2 Israeli women held hostage by Hamas were released today. More captives are expected to be freed later. It comes hours after a deadly Hamas attack at a bus stop in Israel shook an extended truce that is holding in Gaza. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
It appears that the temporary ceasefire could be drawing to an end after today's one-day extension, because Hamas is apparently running out of Israeli women and children hostages to release. Negotiations for men and soldiers would require a whole new deal. Now, if the hostage releases stop, Israel has vowed to restart the war to destroy Hamas.
Well, just in, former President Trump has lost an appeal to vacate a limited gag order in his New York fraud case. It's now back in place. On the inflation front, a new reading on a gauge favored by the Federal Reserve.
That index was essentially flat for the month. Year over year, we've seen an increase of 3.5%, excluding food and energy. The Fed is likely to look at these numbers and be very happy that inflation is trending lower.
That's CBS's Jill Schlesinger. New York Republican George Santos speaking out today, a day before expected House action on a bid to expel him from Congress.
They are trying to join me to the group of 3 Confederates and 2 people convicted in a court of law. So if I am to get expelled tomorrow, I will be number 6 in the history, the first Republican, and the only one without a conviction or without having committed treason.
Santos has been indicted in a criminal case and excoriated in a House ethics report. Henry Kissinger, who died yesterday at 100, had his critics, but he was one of America's towering diplomats of the 20th century.
It's Henry Kissinger who really orchestrated the biggest breakthrough imaginable, going to China with Nixon in 1972 and opening up relations between the two countries.
Historian Douglas Brinkley. Kissinger won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for his efforts to end the Vietnam War. From the world of music today, the death of an artist whose song is a new hit for an NFL brother tandem.
And the bells were ringing out.
Travis Kelce joining significant other Taylor Swift at the top of the charts, duetting with his brother Jason. But their cover of the Pogues' 1980s hit Fairy Tale of New York has turned into an unwitting tribute. Because Pogues frontman Shane MacGowan, the original artist, has died in Dublin at 65. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Wall Street, the Dow is up 318 points. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Extras can add to a traveler's costs, and for airlines, it's big business.
U.S. Airlines made $2 billion in baggage fees the past 4 years. Customers were charged $4 billion in seat selection fees in 2022 alone. United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby.
The biggest change that I think has happened from a fee perspective was United at the beginning of the pandemic permanently eliminating change fees for customers.
Kirby appeared on CBS Mornings. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Safety officials releasing details now of their investigation into a close call between a FedEx plane and a Southwest Airlines jet earlier this year in Austin, Texas. The air traffic controller who cleared both planes to use the same runway says he couldn't see the Southwest jet because of fog and thought it could take off with time to spare. The FedEx pilots saw that jet at the last minute and aborted their landing. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
12:30.